Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video. Welcome to any new subscribers. I know I've been getting quite a lot of you guys subscribing, so thank you so much to anyone who is new or to my longtime subscribers. You guys know I appreciate y'all. By the time that I'm actually recording this video, we already have 13,000 subbies, which I think it's so crazy to me, and I just feel so grateful. I always just can't thank you guys enough for all of your support. So thank you so much to everybody who subscribed. And if this is your first video and you have still not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button, as well as turn on all of the notifications by tapping on that bell twice. Now that I've done the little shameless plug-in, let me go ahead and get started with today's video. Now for today's video, we're going to get started with our weekly check-ins for our September monthly budget. I do use the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner as my budget planner. This is just what has been working out for me, and I love the amount of pages that it has and how much customization power I really have with this planner. This planner is not intended, of course, specifically for budgeting. You can do it for school, you can do it for work, for a variety of different reasons, but this is just what I use. I'm going to be setting up my weekly check-in page, which I think I have some stickers here. Yeah. So I'm going to use the leftover floral washi that I used for my last spread, as well as my weekly check-in sheet. If you guys are wondering, these stickers are from my Etsy sticker shop, Romina Rosa. I will leave a link for my shop down below in the description. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and get started because we have quite a lot to do. I really like this first video of the month because I get to set up this page and you guys sort of get a look as to how this comes out, and I don't know, it's just a fresh start and I just appreciate that. Although there has been something that I did not take account of, so I'm a little upset, I'm not gonna lie guys, but you guys will see that in a bit. So let me go ahead and just put all my headers down. Not sure if I will be speeding up this part, but let's see, what can I talk to you guys about? So far in the week I've been pretty good. I've had not too many expenses, although I do have an unbudgeted expense for this week already in the beginning of the month, which I was definitely not expecting, but what can we do? Just like a quick, I guess, preview or heads up. This expense was a school expense. So like I've been mentioning in my past couple of videos, I also did have an unbudgeted expense for school last month. So I don't know if I need to start a budget for not school supplies, but they've mostly been books, to be honest guys, and just books that are going to help me with my interpretation journey. Go ahead and go more into detail right now when I let you guys know what it is exactly that I bought. But how are you guys doing this week? How has your budgeting been this week so far? I feel like I want to interact a lot more with you guys in the comment section. So I want to know how you've been doing with your budget. Have you been doing good? Sorry, I'm like focused. Let's see. So I do think, let me just take the last little thin washi strip to lay down at the bottom. Okay, very cute. Alright, so now I'm going to quickly make my lines, and I'm just going to use my pen. If you guys are wondering which pen it is that I use, I always have a link down below, but it is just the Muji fine point pen. This is the 0.38. I usually like to get them in sets of 3s, and I think from the last time that I purchased these, they went down in price, so you guys should definitely check that out if you guys are interested. Let's go here. Hopefully these aren't too crooked, because they usually do tend to be pretty crooked, but that's okay. How did we do? Okay, we did okay. We did good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and check my monthly view to see how I want to separate my weeks. So as you guys can see, I have the option to have from week 1 all the way through week 5. But what I also do have in my weekly check-in, because I know that we're not all the same, do have included different scripts with the different weeks. So let's say you only have 4 weeks. You can go ahead and lay down the results sticker on top of the week 5, which is I think what I'm going to be doing today. So you guys will be able to see that. So week 1 for me, since I did start pretty late, I stuffed my cash envelopes on the 2nd, which I usually like to do it prior to the month starting, but like I mentioned in my past budgeting videos, it was just really hectic that weekend. So I'm going to count from the 1st until the 8th, so until the Sunday. Next we're gonna go so from the 9th through the 15th, then from the 16th until the 22nd, and then from the 23rd until the, I'm going to say 30th, because then I would only have one more day, and I'm pretty sure by then I would just have my monthly budget results with that. So as you guys can see, I can really have a week 5 here. There's just no point in having one for one day. So what I will do is I will take my little results sticker and put that up top like that. So you guys can go ahead and just leave it like that and make this a results section, which I have used in the past. I believe for June or July I used the results section. So you can leave that just there, or you could also, so everything could be very cohesive, which you guys know that I love doing. I'm going to go ahead and put the little weekly stickers on top of the other one so they can look the same. Okay, so I went ahead and, like I mentioned, laid down these stickers, and now it looks pretty good. So just like that, we're done with these. So let me put this on the side. Moving on to my monthly view to lay down some stickers. Now, I've been getting tons of requests on making monthly kits for the monthly view and the Erin Condren planners, just because you guys have been mentioning how it would be great to be able to match your budget kits to your monthly view. So I do have something in the works for you guys, so let me know if there's anything specific that you would definitely want in the monthly kits. I want this to be a kit with a lot of feedback from you guys, so if you guys have anything that you guys would love to have in the monthly kits, go ahead and let me know. I sort of have an idea of what I can offer. Definitely the washi up here, maybe some date dots, some bill due stickers. I don't know if you guys would be interested in having like the budgeting expense stickers in there with like the color of the month. Let me know. Let me know what it is that you would want. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the rest of my stickers. I think I'm gonna use the big one. And I also have my budget expense stickers all ready to go. Yes. I also have these bill due stickers. These are an oopsie that I just went ahead and took from my pile of stickers. I'm going to use this one, which this is the September shade. I did have one bill on the 7th, which was my PayPal credit. And for this, oh, actually, I don't know if I want to use this one or the one that matches specifically with this kit. I think I'm just going to go ahead and lay this one for now, just to have it as a placeholder, and then I will go on and print myself some of the ones that match exactly to my September budget kit. Okay, well that's how that's going to look. I'm also sorry if you guys can hear my dogs. I think the mailman should be outside. Okay, next I'm going to move on to the 2nd. Take one of my cash envelope stuffing little stickers and put that up there. I'm also going to take my payday sticker, which I got paid from Etsy, which is my main source of income, as you guys know, as of now on Wednesday. I usually get paid on Tuesdays, but like I mentioned in my plan with me from yesterday, since it was Labor Day, I didn't get the email until Tuesday, which means that I do get deposited that money a day after the email gets sent out. So then let me bring out my cash envelopes. I have my micro happy planner here with all of my trackers for my cash envelope, and then I have my cash envelopes right here. So let me take them out. I've gotten tons of love on these cash envelopes as well as the cash envelope stuffing video. If you guys have still not checked out that video, you guys definitely should. I went ahead and stuffed these beautiful cash envelopes from an Instagram divider seller called Type A for Alexa. So I have these here, and these all have all of my categories. As you guys can see, I have groceries, eating out, gas, allowance, and beauty. I also do have my tithe envelope, but I went ahead and just took it out since I did end up going to church and there was no money left in there. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on outside. If you guys are wondering, because I did end up rolling over some money from last month, this is how I would do it in my trackers. I said I was going to mention this in my August results video. So I just went ahead and put the date that I put all the money in there, which was on the 2nd. I put as my description August envelope. I added the money that I had, which in this case it was only $1. And as you guys can see, I went ahead and added that. When I make transactions, I go ahead and subtract them. So that is how I went ahead and rolled over that cash envelope amount. I believe I rolled over, not for eating out, for groceries, allowance, and beauty. So that's how those look. So let's go ahead and get started with our budget expense stickers. On the 4th, I went to Target. I went grocery shopping with Paul. That was $37. Also, before we move on the 3rd, it was my little brother Andrew's birthday. So I did end up going to T-Mobile to help him buy his phone. And like I mentioned, I had budgeted around $150 for the total amount of birthdays that I have for this month. But for him, I did want to go ahead and put those $100. Moving on to the next side, on Thursday, I went to Cane's on the 5th. That was $12. And then on the 7th, I did have an unbudgeted expense, which I'm kind of upset about, but it was for a note-taking manual. This was specifically, like I mentioned, a school expense, but I don't currently have a school budget just because in the beginning of the month I didn't think that I was going to end up buying things. And although I did have an unbudgeted expense for a book last month, I didn't think it was going to keep happening. So I'm not sure if it's going to happen again, but I might just include a small budget for school related things next month. And if you guys are wondering what this was, you guys may or may not know this, but I am taking interpretation courses, and I've heard that this book is really good for learning like new symbols for specific things that will make it so much easier to note take while interpreting consecutively. So that is the reason why I got that. So, and it wasn't something that was like on the syllabus or anything. It was just something that he mentioned would be nice to have. And one of my classmates actually had it already, which is crazy to me. But yeah, so that was $39. And then last but not least, I did spend some money on the 8th, on Grandparents' Day. I bought a perfume from Amazon. It was $28, and I went ahead and took that out of my allowance. Now, let me take this because I still have it here. Not sure why, but this is the little key that I have that I made out of an Erin Condren compliment card and one of the little coil clips that they do have on the site. I do have all of my budget expense stickers here with the respective categories written on top. So as you guys can see, red means unbudgeted, pink means food, which for me would be my groceries and eating out. Shopping is teal, which would mean my allowance or beauty cash envelopes. Purple is gas, and yellow is other. And if you guys are new, you guys don't know this, but for me, an other category would be something that I do have budgeted, which I do, as you guys can see, have gifts in my monthly budget, but that I just don't weekly check in for because it's not a cash envelope. So that is what I have so far, and I think the last thing that I can do now would be to put my no spend stickers, which I put these on days where I don't spend money. I don't know, it's just really, I think, nice to track your no spend days. Although I didn't even have my cash envelope stuff on Sunday, I am going to put that there because I really wasn't even thinking of spending money on Sunday because I was busy with, was that it? Yeah, so I only have 2 this week. Okay, so now that I have all of my stickers laid down in my monthly view, I can go ahead and go back to my weekly check-in and start our check-in. So week 1 is once again from the 1st until the 8th. Let me write down my categories, which my categories are food, gas, shopping, and unbudgeted. For food, which is all of our pink stickers, we have Cane's and Target, so 37 plus 12, that is 49. So I will put 49 in my spent category, and then I will take a look at my remaining. So I have both my cash envelopes here as well as my little trackers here. So in my groceries cash envelope, I should have 114 left over. So let's take a look. I still have my 100, so 100, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're good there. And then for my eating out, I should have 88 left. 88 left, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. We have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 88. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my remainings for both of those cash envelopes. The reason I'm putting them together is because I like to save space, as well as I don't have to use as many stickers for my different categories. So I think grouping groceries and eating out is no big deal, especially because I do have different cash envelopes for each of those categories. So it's not like I'm using from the other, I'm using from their respective cash envelopes. That's just how it's been working out for me. Obviously you might not do that, but it just works out for me that way. So I'm going to add my remainings, 88 plus 114. That means that I have 102 remaining for the next 3 weeks, which is not bad. So let's put 202 remaining. Okay. Next for gas, I don't think I pumped. No, I didn't pump anything. But what I like to do is, as I'm weekly checking in for these categories, I'll just go ahead and check off the ones I've already checked in for. So no, nothing for gas. So I'm going to put 0. So I had budgeted $80, I believe. Yeah, so I had budgeted $80. So I should still have $80 remaining. Let's take a look. I've been pretty good with gas just because obviously I don't have to go to work anymore. 20, 40, 60, 80. I don't have to drive to work anymore. So that's the nice thing. I do think though that I want to, I don't know, I just want to be able to get out of the house and not be at home like 24/7, which I feel like that's how it is when you work from home. I'm thinking maybe to get a personal trainer or a gym membership, but if I end up getting the gym membership, like I definitely want to commit to it. Otherwise I'll just be paying and not even going, which I've totally done before, and I would not want to do that. So we will see, but so far I think $80 will work for this month. Next up is shopping, which like I mentioned is my beauty and allowance cash envelopes. I only have one transaction here, which is $28 for my perfume. $28. If you guys would like to know which perfume it was exactly that I bought a Katy Perry perfume that I really like. I don't know, I've been having it for years and I keep repurchasing it on Amazon, and I don't know how they still have it, but I just really like it. So for allowance I spent $28. That's where it came out of, so I should have 80 left. Here's my allowance cash envelope. Let me know if I'm a little too close or if you guys would like me to zoom out a little bit. So we have 50, 70, and 80. And for beauty, I didn't spend anything, so I should have 155 because I rolled over $5 from last month's cash envelope. So 155, 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 40, 5, 55. So 155. Oh my god, guys, I want to tell you guys this super quick, but as you guys know, I've been getting my nails done with one specific nail tech that I really have like created a bond with. And let me do this while I talk to you guys. So I think my nail tech is going through something because she canceled all of her bookings, and I don't want to talk about it too much, but if you guys follow her from my videos, then you guys know exactly what I mean. I should have remaining 235, by the way. But she canceled all her bookings until further notice, and I definitely want to get my nails done pretty soon. So what I did was I ended up booking with a brand new nail tech that I found on Instagram a couple of months ago, and I've been following for a while. So you guys should definitely stay tuned for the next nail vlog that I'll be having, because it will be different since I'm going to a brand new nail tech. I'm excited, sort of, but I do miss Vivian, and I hope she's doing okay. I really hope so. Okay, so let me check. By the way, these are the dual tip markers by Erin Condren. This is the red one, and they do have two tips. So we have the medium and the fine tip. I usually just use the fine. And I can check off PayPal. I think that's what I'm going to check off, yeah. And I don't check off the gifts because this I track at the end of the month in my budget results video. So, like I mentioned, for unbudgeted, I did have an unbudgeted expense of $39, which, it kills me. So this means that I am over by $39 because I don't budget anything for my unbudgeted category. So I will put over $39. I can't believe we have a red mark on the very first week. Okay, so that concludes the weekly check-in part of this video. And this is how I like to track my expenses weekly. Since I've started doing this method, which was about more than a year ago now, this has really helped me from spending too much on certain categories, or really seeing how much it is that I have left over to last me the next couple of weeks. So both the weekly check-in tied in with my cash envelopes have really helped me with not overspending and really staying under budget, which I'm really thankful to have found this method. Prior to my cash envelopes, I did do my weekly check-in, but I think once I started doing the cash envelope system, that really just topped it off, and I've just really been on my A game, except for this. But we're not going to talk about that anymore. Okay, so that is the weekly check-in page. Now let me bring you guys to my sinking fund spread. Now for my sinking funds, I do have two transactions. I ended up going to the Pechanga Casino here in Southern California with my boyfriend and his friends. I ended up spending $25. This wasn't obviously the amount that I used, but we won some, we lost some, and that is sort of what I ended up being at. So I spent $25 for my entertainment category, and this is the reason why I love having sinking funds. I could have definitely gotten that money from my, let's say, allowance cash envelope, because I did have money left over in there, but I am glad that I also do have this fund that I have been putting money in every single month. So for entertainment purposes, going to a casino, going to concerts, going to a show, just different things like that. So I'm glad I had that there. And then last but not least, I have a transaction from my date night sinking fund. I purchased something on the 8th for $79, and the description, as you guys can see, was an anniversary gift. Now I do still have money in here because I put $130 this month, so in total I have $200, and I spent $79. I might end up getting my boyfriend something else. I'm not 100% sure. We will see. We will see. But yeah, guys, that is it for my sinking funds. Moving on to my variable income spread. I do have two transactions. This is sort of the rundown that I like to do every weekly check-in. So if you guys are probably like, where are we going? Why are we doing so many things in this weekly check-in? This is sort of what I do in every weekly check-in video. So welcome if you're new again. I have two transactions for my variable income. So these are what I classify as business expenses, because they are helping me with my business, which is mainly YouTube, to bring you guys these videos that I put out. So on the first, I paid $7.99 for PicMonkey, which I have the description here as a graphic design fee. This is where I make all of my thumbnails, so I do like to pay that amount monthly. And then last but not least, on the 6th, I paid $23.99 to Primpression. And I don't know if you guys are really into the planning community, but Primpression came out with his innovative Primpression Weeks, which resembles the size of a Hobonichi Weeks, which has been all the rave, at least in the beginning of the year in the planner community. And he came out with this, I believe, 2 times prior to this, but they sold out fairly quickly. So I went ahead and snagged one this release that he had. And the reason I wanted to get one was because I wanted to show you guys how the stickers that I have would fit in there. Maybe do a couple of plan with me's on my Primpression Weeks, or even design stickers for it, because I do know that the layout is different than what the Hobonichi Weeks is, but the size of it is, I think, exactly the same, I would say. Don't quote me on that, but that is what I have for my business expenses. For my variable incomes, I do think I'm going to be adding one more in here this month, which I'm super excited, but I want to go ahead and give it a bit. I also did mention when I made this spread in my cash envelope stuffing video that I was going to look into other sources of income. I mentioned one, which was Instacart, which is basically delivering groceries. So I signed up for it, but I believe there was no like spots open or none at all within my area. So maybe I might have to change my area to like downtown LA, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it there, but that would also consist of like gas costs too. So if I would want to do that, I would think that I would have to up my gas cash envelope. We will see. These are sort of the thoughts that come into my head when I also think about these other things, but I hope I didn't confuse you guys too much. Now, with that being said, that is pretty much all that I have for this video. I sure do hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment them down below. As always, I will leave everything that I mentioned in this video linked down below for you guys to check out once again, and hopefully I will get to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.